about. I get George coming up. You know George? I think so. So this is the dude we just met. Younger dude with the bow tie. Okay.
It's not him with the bow tie? Testing. It works. I guess it works. Hey, hello everyone. Thanks for coming out. We're going to get started.
Slide this. Just microphone. Is that okay?
All settled in?
Sure.
Yep. Good. I hope we're going to see you more and more.
What's right there?
You are the other.
Where's Dan?
You are our favorite city. Would you rather have this?
Okay, we're going to get started. First of all, I take full responsibility for the weather. Hi, my name is Sean Wilson, and I have the pleasure of being the chair for the for Mariners Inn Board of Trustees, and we are so excited to be here today. Now, I did prepare a 2-page speech, but I'm so speechless now. This has been a long time coming. A lot of tough conversations at board meetings, and quite frankly, a lot of pushback from folks who said we shouldn't be here. But guess what? We're here. And we're doubling up. So we're going to get the program started, and we're going to do that by introducing, it is my honor to bring up the mayor of this great city, Mayor Mike Duggan.
How about this for a special day? So, congratulations to Sean Wilson, David Sampson, and the team here at Mariners Inn, to Chris Lawrence Cinnaire, their partner, to Kate Levin-Marco supporting this, and Detroit's best friend, Amy Hovey, who runs Mishta, who makes every one of these affordable housing projects possible. I had a couple friends. Yeah, give them all a hand. I had a couple of friends in town over the weekend, and the question they asked me is, where are all the homeless encampments? And I said, what homeless encampments? I said, well, you go to Los Angeles, you go to San Francisco, you go to Washington, D.C., you go to cities across America, and people are living in tents on sidewalks and parks. And I said, we have a very real homeless problem in the city of Detroit, but we address it as a community. And here's the truth that hasn't been faced across the country. A large number of our homeless are either dealing with addiction issues or mental health issues. And they don't want to go into an overnight shelter that lets them in at 6 o'clock and kicks them out at 8 in the morning and doesn't deal with their underlying programs. And so as a city, we have made a commitment to permanent supportive housing, a program where you can live there and have people helping you, counselors, mental health assistants. But for 68 years on this site, Mariners Inn has led the way. They've been the leaders. And in addition to providing the standard kind of rehab treatment, they've had residential beds where you can come in and really get your life turned around. And they have beds both for those fighting addiction, and they have beds fighting for those with mental health issues, and those who've just had a bad break in life and were either homeless or in danger of being homeless, who just needed the support every day, maybe get their resume ready, go out and pursue a job. And because of all the partners here today, you are going to see Mariners Inn double their capacity, another 84 units, to pursue this very important mission in the city. And so, in other cities, you got areas of the city where the poor people go, and areas of the city where the wealthy people go. That's not the city of Detroit. We are sitting here in the shadow of Little Caesars Arena and a lot of great economic development. And what are we expanding? Permanent supportive housing for low-income residents. I believe every neighborhood in this city should be available to people of all incomes. That's what a city is all about. So I just wanted to be here today to say congratulations, Sean. Great job, and I'm just really proud to have been a part of it.
Thank you. Thank you. And now I'm bringing up the captain of the ship, the man who steers this great institution, our president and CEO, Mr. David Sampson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for such wonderful words. They really speak to my heart, and it speaks to the reason we continue to do what we do. I, too, had a prepared speech, but as I moved about and as I talked to people, as I shook hands, as I basked in your moment here, I can't help but ask God to move through me.
Come on, Ryan.
This has been such a long time coming, and we have always had to battle. How do you fit in? Where do you fit in a place like this, in a space like this, with the people you serve? You have to have people that believe in you. All of you believe in us. Mr. The city of Detroit, Cinnaire, Ethos, I can name on and on and on, believed in us. And that's why we're here today. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing in us. We're going to make you proud.
And now we'll hear from a partner, development partner, who's been with us from day one on this project, Mr. Chris Laurent, president of Cinnaire Solutions.
Dave, you made that really hard to follow. So I want to do some thank yous. I want to certainly recognize the Mariners team. We've worked most intimately with Marie Racine, who wasn't going to be here today. You saw her come in with a cast. Dave, Sean, these are tremendous people of virtue, and you can see that through their commitment to the work that we do. So how about another round of applause for them? I joked to my mom yesterday, we spent Easter Sunday today, and I told her that I've seen the mayor of Detroit twice as many times as I've seen you in the last 2 weeks. We had an opening last week. We talked a lot about service that we do at Cinnaire. We're a nonprofit CDFI, we invest in low-income housing, and my team is the real estate development team. We are celebrating our 30th anniversary. I've got colleagues here today. A lot of you know Lucius Faster in the back. Lisa Campbell couldn't be here. Sharita, Wayne Boda, all from our team. Michelle Foster I saw. Specifically on my team, I want to recognize Ed Potus. Nicole Solheim came with me from Madison. John Cipriano is here with his mom and Aunt Maria. Jarrell Harris, I think, is out today. Annalise. Great partners like Ethos Development, Joe Heafy, Lana, his assistant, who's out on maternity leave right now, Alan, and O'Brien Construction. Tremendous partners. I'm on my own journey right now, and I encourage our team to focus on a word. The word for today is empathy. We do work that our greatest, I think, gift that we can give one another is supporting suffering, supporting one another. So I wanted to share a story with you. About 21 years ago, I worked at the Housing Finance Agency in Wisconsin, WIDA, and I didn't feel connected enough to the work. So I joined a group that provided services, supportive services, very much like Mariners does. It was called Porch Light. And I wanted to share this picture. I'm an Apple guy, which frustrates our IT guy because we're, I'm an Apple person, we're like Microsoft people to the core. But these pictures come up. And there are a couple pictures that go in rotation that remind me of the work that we do. This is a picture of a woman I served on the board with. There was actually representation from the board. I was president of Porch Light for about 6 years. We went through a capital campaign, expanded very much like Mariners did. This woman's name is Deborah Mason. And we had a program called at Porch Light called Porch Light Products that provided purpose through food. So folks who had been homeless, struggling, all of a sudden had to get up early in the morning and create food for other people. And this picture says it all, that smile. So here's my challenge. We have about 15 months, though I think Dave Vivios thinks we can get down to like 11. When we come here for the opening, let's look for those smiles of the residents that Dave and his colleagues serve. Ask them their story, and let's commit ourselves to purpose for them and to service. Thank you.
I'm going to get in trouble for this, but if you are a board member, past board member, employee, supporter, friend of Mariners, please stand up and be recognized. Special shout out to Marie Racine, who's been shepherding this effort, and Carl Bentley, who got us to the finish line. Special shout out to Santil Jenkins, who has a long history with the organization, former city council. And now, I get to bring up a very good friend of mine, a community champion on many fronts, Ms. Kate Levin Marco, president of the McGregor Fund.
It takes a lot of nerve to correct the mayor, but Mr. Mayor, I got to correct you. I'm not here for myself. I'm here for the McGregor Fund, and I just need to say our board chair is here, Joyce Genero, our trustees, Sheila Clay and Leslie Murphy, Heidi Alcock from our team, and we may have a couple more. We're all here because you're right, Dave, we do believe in you. We do believe in you. We believe in you, Sean, and Carl, and the whole board. We believe in the whole team, and we mostly believe in the men. We're here because we believe in what you do inside the buildings. And we know that this dream of yours and a lot of people's represents your vision to achieve a recovery-oriented system of care. We wish you all the best. We'll be here when you open.
It goes without saying how critical and important the city is in this effort, and we truly appreciate their support. So it is my honor to bring up Donald Rencher, who's a group executive for planning, housing, and development for the city of Detroit.
All right.
Thank you so much. Beautiful day. Fantastic day whenever we could support a project such as this. In my position, I truly believe that everybody has a place in our city, and we have to show true dedication and effort to make sure people know that. And this project exemplifies that. I remember speaking to David, and I remember the question I asked him. I was so taken aback by him. I said, "Can I give you another project too, after this one?" But it really does show the commitment. As mentioned before, the LIHTC came in 2019, and you see that we're just getting here to a groundbreaking. So it really took a lot of effort and people to really care about this project to make it go. So all of the statements have been said previously. I just want to thank you for all of those. But for the ones that are putting money into a project like this, I want to thank MISTA for allowing and providing additional supplemental funding into this project. I want to thank the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indianapolis. I know they put funding into this particular project. I want to thank the mayor. The mayor actually sat me down in July, and we announced an affordable housing plan where he said that we're going to dedicate additional ARPA funding to affordable housing projects. And so we put additional money into this, and that money goes to the projects like this to get it started. So I wanted to make sure I shouted them out. But I can't say anything without my team. Unfortunately, many of our HRD staff are not here. Julie Schneider, the director, Kelly Vickers, who is leader of our development and finance team. Just an excellent job, and we're going to continue to do projects like this. We know that combating homelessness is not just about brick and mortar. You can build the building, but we have to have true wraparound services where people can touch folks and really put that energy and spirit into them and focus on things of workforce and helping people get connected to jobs and also helping and assisting battling those substance abuse issues. And I just want to thank Mariners Inn has been a staunch advocate. They've been here for decades. We're here to support anyone like you, David, and I just want to say thank you again. It's a beautiful day in Detroit. Thank you.
Yes, it is a beautiful day. And now we want to bring up, once again, a project like this doesn't happen without partners, especially at the state level. So in saying that, I want to bring up one of our partners from MISTA, the executive director of MISTA, Amy Hovey.
Thank you. So happy to be here, and I just want to say congratulations. Wow. And then I'm going to say, stupid COVID. I mean, this is a long time coming, right? You had your credits, costs went up as a result of a pandemic, and boy, did we see construction costs skyrocket. All of these people, I'm assuming, came together, including the state, to provide the additional funding to make this work. This is really hard. Doing development is really hard. Doing the services inside, I have to imagine, is even harder. So impressive. Thank you for all that you do. Being in the same location for 68 years is impressive. It really is impressive. Your team must be very persistent, must have a passion that goes way down deep to make this happen. Really happy to be here. MISTA is a partner, not just for this project, but for many projects throughout the city, and we're happy to be a part of it. Thank you for having us.
And finally, our last speaker is, to me, is what it's all about. We couldn't have a program like this without you hearing from who it supports, who it helps, and who it really stabilizes them to be a better person, to be a better family man, to be a better person in society. So please welcome George Hubble, one of Mariner's clients.
I want to thank, first I want to thank God first for waking me up this morning. because a lot of people didn't wake up this morning, but he chose to wake me and all of us up, so I want to give him thanks. I got here at Mariners Inn May the 2nd of 18, penniless, homeless, spiritualist. I just lost my wife in February, who I've been knowing since she was 3 years old. She died at 51 years old from Lou Gehrig's disease. She left me 2 daughters and 2 stepsons. My nephew picked me up after blowing all my money on May the 1st. And I got in his truck and he said, "What you gonna do?" "Oh, their mama gone. They need their father." I wanted to go to QBH because I had been there before. I worked there 4.5 years. But I went there on the 1st and I couldn't get in there because the owner wasn't there and they weren't gonna sign me in. So I came here on the next day on the 2nd. And I waited out there in that lobby to get processed. And I read that sign out there that said that I was struggling through treacherous waters. And I had been in a lot of treatment centers before, man. And I asked myself, what are you gonna do? I got in here, they processed me. By God's grace, I got accepted. And a couple of weeks went by, and I started hearing all these powerful people that work here, man, all these staff people, man, these people that don't do nothing but help people save their lives every day. And I started wanting some of that. I took the focus off of me, and I put the focus on what do I have to do to change. I've always gotten clean, but I never changed. So I sit down, shut up, I listen to Mr. Beard tell me in his groups on Tuesday how I can be a man. I listen to Gary O tell me on Friday I can know what not to do. Days went to weeks, weeks went to months. And I got accepted to go upstairs in the MER program because I didn't have nowhere to go. I was homeless, man. I was homeless once again. Man has accepted me. And I've been here ever since, man. Man has been blessed to get a job in the kitchen. I volunteered in the kitchen for about a year first because I wanted to stay here, man, because I knew if I came back out I was going to be in trouble. Because I did it so many times, man. I didn't want to make the same mistakes. I started listening. I've been knowing Mr. Sampson since '94 at Old Harbor Light, man. And I came in and I said, he the CEO? I said, wait a minute. And I said, stuff started clicking, man. I started praying. I got me a God, to my understanding. I actually started praying. And God helped me like that, man, helping me, you know. And I'm so blessed, man. They showed us this project at 19 in the boardroom. And they asked us, what do we think? And I said, bring it. I said, I'm homeless, thank you. I'm not gonna mess around. And to see it come to light, man, like she said, after the COVID, man, we lost a lot of good people, man, including a lot of people in my family, man, and get their lives up because of COVID. But God still got us here, man. I'm blessed because of that, man. I'm just so grateful and so humble, man, to be able to sit up here, stand up here, man, and be sober. Actually be sober, man. Anybody out there, man, if you don't know, man, addiction is bad, man. It's not just alcohol and drugs. I was addicted to being a liar. I was addicted to not being a father to my daughters. I was addicted to not being able to keep a good job when God kept giving me a good job. I would blow them, you know. But, man, y'all have taught me so much, man. I love y'all so much. It's my family, man. My daughter called me from Houston. When my oldest daughter got a job in Houston, she been gone about 2.5 months. She called me and said, Daddy, whatever you're doing, please don't leave that place. She said, I love them. I said, I love them too. I'm just so grateful, man. I just want to thank y'all, man. The mayor, everybody, all the board members, but especially all the staff that work here, man. I love you guys, man. Y'all guys help me so much, man. Yeah. Thank you for letting me share.
So that concludes the formal program. If you haven't been to Mariners before, haven't had a chance to tour the facility, please do so. I think we're giving tours, plus the staff is here. So Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Right.